I think that's the first time I've ever seen Coach Kasparovich push food away. But anyway, this is the crew. Mr. Alexander, introduce everybody here.
Eric Kasparovich, Carlos Zofko, the legendary Mike White,
Yeah, he of course is
and Rob Pratte.
I wasn't here
Pratte
yesterday.
family.
He was going to put an all-points bulletin out for me, but I actually was out interviewing a bunch of coaches, spending some time talking about King football. This is the guy that really baptized me decades ago. He wrote the book on it. So let's take a look at this 1A matchup. Does Travel Peace and Southside have any chance to stop that sophomore quarterback out of Fort Cherry?
Heck yeah, he's undefeated. They beat everybody this year handily. Heck yeah, they have a chance.
They're the favorites.
Yeah. I don't know who's a favorite. There's a lot of debate on who should be number one seed, but I like this matchup simply because of you got two teams that haven't been there very much, and it has been so big for Fort Cherry's community. They lined the streets out there like McDonald on the way to the game last week. I talked to a couple players. They were crying on the bus because of all this going. They were crying before the game. So that's great for both of these communities.
Schottenheimer, Lewis, who do you think really gets more props out of that community looking back? Come on.
Schottenheimer.
No doubt.
No doubt.
We love him, Coach Lewis, but Schottenheimer's the man.
They were in a state championship, I think, for basketball with him.
Really?
Yes.
Wow. Okay, you're the insider. Let's take a look at this 2A matchup. Beaver Falls, Nardone and Company. He's been there 4 times. Rematch of last year. Any chance against Steel Valley?
I would give them a small chance. I think Donald Barksdale's playing his best ball. Steel Valley and Ray Brazo, I think is their year.
Listen, Paul's in the background nodding his head, so you agree with him. Put that on Paul, please.
Well, yeah. Last week, Mr. Barksdale, 250 yards rushing, 3 touchdowns, a 70-yard touchdown pass, and a 52-yard pick 6 for a touchdown. They don't have an answer for that.
By the way, the star of this entire crew, the man behind the brand, Mr. Zangrilli's on his way, right? To do the show.
Rumor has it.
Where is he? All right, now we're going to talk about this 3A matchup, and then I'm going to save the 4A matchup for the coach who knows a little bit about these teams. Man, I just was with Coach John Core moments ago before I came in. They're out on a rainy practice field trying to get it done, working on tip drills for turnovers maybe coming their way. But can anybody stop Martin, do you think, from Bell Vernon?
Well, Bell Vernon has stopped Martin sometimes themselves, but get the ball a ton, but that's just the way they believe it. Yeah, North has a chance. They were on our show earlier this year, and they been talking about, right? Playing Bell Vernon all year long. Doesn't mean they're going to beat them, but I really think they can give them a game.
How about the job that John Core has done at that?
Fantastic.
It is.
Ask him about it. That's his good
Tremendous.
That's his
Does
good
a great job. I mean, that's a program.
It is.
You know, it's not a flash in the pan. They're going to be there every year.
All right, if I have a second.
Yes.
He learned it from his dad, Barry John Core, who was my high school coach and a hell of a man.
Who is still their quarterback coach at age 80.
He's amazing. Age 80, and he's still one of the best people I've ever met in my entire life.
John Core is southpaw. He was out there actually tossing the ball around with those youngsters. Pretty good.
Still argues with dude too.
Still one of the best to ever play that position at North Hills, of course, for Coach McCurry. Here he is, from the early 90s, still going strong all these years later, Eric Kasparovich. So,
Rob,
yes.
30-year anniversary of that man's
Wow.
WPIL state championship.
It's not mythical, it's real.
It's real.
And maybe the play ever of the state championship, fourth and goal from the 28 down, 14-7, throws a touchdown pass.
Legendary.
Getting old.
Legendary.
30 years.
30 years.
I wish they'd have given you a paycheck at Pitt so you could do some recruiting for them. We need a few of these guys. Like this Spell kid, Keith Spell. Is anybody going to give him an opportunity at the next D1 level?
Not at the
Keith
D1
Spell,
level, I don't
probably
think.
not Division One.
No.
Probably
What's the shortcomings here?
He's 6'1" defensive lineman, not very twitched up, but he's strong as an ox and he's a playmaker. But I think he'll be a Division Two kid, maybe FCS Division One AA kid.
All right, so I'm down in McKeesport yesterday, Coach Matt Miller, taking on Mr. Workfield 16 consecutive times. You know about that high-octane offense recently. Aliquippa, McKeesport, how do you see the 4A match?
Yeah, it's going to be a battle. I think it's going to be probably the most physical game of the 4. You know, Aliquippa, we learned pretty quickly they're a very physical bunch. The tailback's tremendous, Tyke Hayes, but they were just really better than we thought up front. Just physical kids. So I think that the matchup is going to be Aliquippa's defense versus McKeesport's offense, and seeing if they can put a stop to that. You know, the flex mode. Now I know it's a little different this year. Haven't seen them on tape that much this year, but if they can stop the McKeesport offense, Aliquippa will win. I don't say handily by probably a score or 2. If they can, it's gonna be a ball game.
Your other alma mater, real quick, Cam Lindsay, going to have an impact there going from Aliquippa to Pitt?
He was a player, man. He was very what's the word? Just
Impactful.
Very impactful. A pain in the butt. Just when you thought you had a block, he was able to make plays, and he made some runs on offense. And again, just the physicality that he came with was a little different than we were ready for. So that's what's going to come down to.
Much respect for all these guys. I'm a fan. Before we go, you have the last word. So what do you think? Just give me a quick overview as far as Pratte.
It's a great day always, and then people say it's 5 and 6A championship aren't there, so what? It's still a great day for high school sports in Western Pennsylvania, one of the greatest.
And I'm so glad you're still doing what you're doing. A legend. All right, folks. I'm on after these guys tonight with all sorts of good stuff. So I hope you stay where you're at, wherever that may be, as we get ready to celebrate Thanksgiving.